And we are once again to Slime Isekai Memories. Today, we are here doing the brand new event, Tales of Slime, Part 1 slash Part 2. But today we will just do Part 1. So a brand new collab with the Tales of series. Which, funny enough, I was thinking about playing this game. I think this is Tales of Arise, since it doesn't say anywhere here, probably in the news section. This is an interesting collab. I know Tales is a Bandai Namco game, and I'm pretty sure Slime is also a Bandai Namco game. So that's why we're getting a collab. But does Tales have a mobile game currently going on? And is that what we're currently collabing with? Or is this just a collab with the series slash game, Tales of Arise? But anyway, let's get into this. I don't know much about Tales, so I will be mad confused on if they bring in stuff from Tales or if we'll just learn some new things about the Tales characters. Yeah, we already get all the story. But yeah, this is a pretty badass art. Rimaru's outfit is alright, but I do like the main character of Tales of Arise. Like that princess warrior girl. And I do not know what the guy's name is, but Shion has a pretty cool looking outfit. Her horn looks smaller than usual. What? Some people from one of the smaller western nations are up to no good? And are going to hold a secret summoning ritual? Are you sure about that? So are we going to get a fake nation, or is this going to be a real canon nation? Because in a lot of filler, they like to just bring up random things and being like, oh, this small nation of this random name is going to do something, and then you never hear from that nation again in filler. So I wonder if this is one of those situations. Yes, this information comes from a reliable source, so I'm positive. Since they've been acting suspiciously for a while, I kept them on my radar. Now, it seems they've started dabbling in summoning rituals. Well, we'll have to stop them if there's even the slightest possibility that I could end up creating another victim like Chloe. Wow, Rimaru's favoritism is really showing here. He doesn't mention any of the other kids, or just doesn't say, maybe they'll create a new victim, like the children, or I don't know what he would call them aside from the children. Or he could even say Hinata herself or Shizu, but he just chooses Chloe specifically. I'm guessing because none of the kids were able to control their powers normally, like Hinata and Shizu were. Or I guess Shizu, it really wasn't normal as well. Yeah, we can't afford to have any more children ending up in tragic situations like that. But as the leader of the Crusaders, I can't really confront them in the open. It's not as if they've done anything outwardly wrong. They also agree with Luminism's doctrines, even if they aren't actually followers. On top of that, they're big-time donors. Ah, so you need some real solid evidence before the Crusaders can step in, huh? If you took the risk and barged in, only to find there wasn't any evidence, that would put your position in jeopardy. But then again, if you were to follow proper procedure and conduct an official investigation, they'd most likely destroy all the evidence before you got there. Yeah, I'm sure their endorsement of the doctrine and their donations to the Holy Church are just a way to keep us from going after them. And what I said just now is off the record, okay? Incidentally, I've been given a few days off, and I'm not really sure what to do. Rimuru, do you have any spare time? Yeah. I don't have anything urgent at the moment. Good. Then let's go on a little trip somewhere. I'll pay for your expenses. Yeah, sounds good. I was just in the mood for a day trip. I don't think Rimuru understands what she's trying to say. Hey, off the record, we're going on a trip into this nation we were just talking about and gonna stop them. Or probably assassinate them. Who knows how hardcore Hinata wants to be right now. But Rimuru does not know. Also, has he always had a clipping problem with his hair in his jacket? That's just kind of a weird thing I noticed. Alright, I guess I'll take Shion with me. She seems like she doesn't have much to do these days. Sure, we'll leave tonight then. Gotcha, I'll see you there. I guess this is the only way she can do it since she can't move around in the open. Let's just hope we can stop them before the ritual begins. That evening... Hehe, what an honor it is to be able to serve as your attendant. You're getting way too excited, Shion. I hope you haven't forgotten this isn't an actual trip, but rather a secret mission in disguise. Of course I haven't. We just gotta stop this summoning ritual or something, right? But surely, preventing some ritual from commencing should be easy enough for the two of us, Great Rimuru. Hey, if we're being honest here, I'd do it on my own if it weren't for these circumstances. Shion, Hinata was being considerate when she let us in on this intel. So let's teach them a real good lesson, so they'll never ever dream of hosting another summoning ritual. That's the spirit. Now let's proceed. And so, we rushed to the scene where the summoning was said to be taking place. It was time for us to raid their ritual. Let the ritual begin. Give us the power to purify this world from the evil that is rapidly corroding it. Bring us a hero who will serve us. Sorry, I don't mind you guys increasing your military strength, but I can't let you conduct rituals of this nature. Who are these guys? That you don't need to know. Well, that was disappointing. Now, the ritual. They were just about to start summoning, so I'm glad we got here when we did. Yeah, let's hurry up and stop this ritual. I'm a little confused. So, they didn't summon, but they did do the ritual? Because that is, like, super strange. Isn't the ritual and summoning supposed to be the same thing? But Hinata says here, they were about to start the summoning, so they didn't start the ritual. And then here Rimuru says to stop this ritual. So, a little confusing. Because I would imagine it's just candles, a circle on the floor made. So the ritual is already stopped / the summoning. But who knows what happens. Notice, I have identified an unknown element in this technique used for this ritual. This is something that is not present in a normal ritual. Seriously, then it might be a bad idea to try and mess with it. Raphael, can you analyze it for me? Understood. Commencing analysis. Great Rimuru, please let me eliminate this ritual's technique. Take that! No, Shion, not so fast! What? The technique! That is a really strange way to talk about the ritual in being like the ritual's technique. Now, I guess the way they set it up is the technique, but the way they all say technique to this ritual, it's not a living thing that's using a certain fighting style or certain magic. So it is just super strange them just saying technique over and over. Notice, I have confirmed that the interference with the ritual technique has caused it to go out of control. A rift in space-time has appeared. We are being sucked in. Please make an emergency evacuation. No, it's too late. I love how she just gave up and said, nah, it's too late, you can't escape. But I wonder, is Rimuru going to make reference to the other collabs where there were a rift in space-time? This is bad! Where am I? So for once, are they being isekai'd into the collab world instead of the collab character coming into the slime world? Answer. We have been sucked into the rift in space-time. I assume that our current location is in between the original world and another world. In other words, a rift in space-time. So we're inside the rift, huh? Hang on, where's Shion and Hinata? Tisk! They're not here, and they're not responding to my thought communication. I need to find a way out of here, but I'd better find Shion and Hinata first. It's not a magical beast, it's a rift-dwelling beast. Wow! A magical beast! Sorry, but I've got no time to waste, so I'll finish you off quickly. Okay, so I don't know how this is gonna go. So, is he actually going to go into the other world? Or is he just going to find the guys in the rift in space-time? Or once he finds Hinata and Shion, are they going to all go back to their world with the collab characters? I need to set up a team because I have not made a team for an event in quite a while. And I have no idea what the new special effect harvest is. So I have to go figure that out. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the team that is given me. So we have a new Veldora, and we have whatever the main character is. Veldora Tempest, Light of the Sacred Flame. Hey, that's some pretty cool art for Veldora. I love that outfit. I would say that's a better outfit than his normal one. Alfin. Okay, so that's his name. Okay. He's got a cool design, and he has 2 swords. That's pretty cool. And here's his 2D art. Yep, not bad. Alright, let's get into this battle. We're dealing with magical beast, dwelling bats or something. Or rift bats, whatever you want to call them. Dun, 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 dun. Encounter, Part 1. And now I guess we're actually going to meet the characters. I've been weirdly losing strength ever since I ended up here. Notice, ever since arriving in this rift in space-time, your magic skills have been getting absorbed. I worry that you may find it harder to maneuver as more time passes. What? That's not good. Can you do something about it? Answer. The laws of this rift are not of the norm, so it will take time to analyze and resist its power. Therefore, I recommend that you eliminate whatever is causing this as soon as possible. But how am I supposed to eliminate what's causing this? Well, I can kinda tell which direction my magicals are being absorbed, so maybe there's a clue in that direction. As much as I want to find Shion and Hinata, I need to find what's causing this before my magicals run out. But man, it sure is dark and hard to see here. Kinda reminds me of when I was in Veldora's cave. Over there! Oh! Is that Shion? Hey! Shion! Who are you? Huh? Sorry, wrong person. Wait, how do you know my name? Huh? Your name's also Shion? So what if that's my name? Answer my question. I see, so her name is spelled a little differently. So she has an extra N-E. Since this is my first time learning about this character, I wonder if people who have played Tales of Arise are like, oh, I wonder what Shion and Shion are gonna say to each other since they have the same names, or very similar names. Or what the slime people are going to say when there's two Shions together. Oh, I get it. I just happened to call out to someone who has the same name. Sorry for the confusion. I'm Rimuru. My friend happens to have the same name as you, and her hair looks like yours too. So I mistook you for her when I saw you. The same name, huh? She has pink hair, and Tempest Shion has purple hair. So I'm not entirely sure how he confused them. I can't tell if that's a long hair, like kind of bun, or if she has her hair tied back. I need to see from a different angle how her hair is set up. But if that's not a ponytail, I'm just confused at how he thought these two looked the same. Oof! She's looking at me really suspiciously. Well, I guess you would if some stranger suddenly called out your name in a place like this. Wait, a place like this? So why are you here? Yeah, I think she does got a ponytail, so maybe he kinda could be confused by her, but I feel like her ponytail is a lot fluffier than Shion's. I have to see them side by side. But yeah, her hair is looking bigger. I think Shion's is pretty thin.
こっちが聞きたいわよ。
That's what I
急に
want to
空間
know.
に穴が開いた
A
と思
hole
ったら
suddenly
そこ
appeared
に
out of
吸い込
thin
まれたん
air,
だもの。
and I got sucked right in.
ってことは
Ah,
俺たちと
so
同じ
just
だ
like
な。
us, huh?
あなたも
You too?
ああ。
Yeah,
でも
but you
俺
weren't
が
with
吸い
us
込ま
when
れ
we
た
got
現場には
sucked
君
in.
はいなかった
And of course, we
もち
weren't
ろん
with you
逆もそうだ
either.
ろ。
That can only
だと
mean
する
one
と
thing.
信じられないだろう
This
け
might
ど
be hard to
俺た
believe,
ちは別々
but
の
it's
世
pretty
界から
likely
ここ
we
にや
were
ってき
both
た可
brought
能性
here
が
from
高い。
different worlds.
別
Different
の世界
worlds?
何を
What are
言
you
っているの
saying?
詳しく説明するよ。
Let me explain.
俺の経験
This is
談でし
based
か
on
な
my
いんだけど
personal experience, but
時空の裂け目に
the rift in space
別の世
time
界を
and
つ
the
なぐ
space
時空の
chasm that
狭間。
connects the two worlds, huh?
鵜呑み
I
には
can't
しが
just
たい
take
け
it
ど
at face value,
何も情報
but
が
I
ないよ
guess
り
it's
は
better
しな
than
い。
not knowing anything.
戻れる可能性があると分か
I
った
guess
のはあ
I'm
りがたい
glad to
わ。
know there's a chance I can get back. Is the space-time chasm something from the Tales series? Or is that a brand new concept that they just created in this collab? Because that's something they haven't ever mentioned before. Because usually, whenever these portals appear, it just seems to be instant whenever someone goes through. Like, maybe there's a space-time rift tunnel that is heading from one world to the other, but I don't ever remember being a whole other world whenever a collab character ever went into the portals. So yeah, a little confused if this is supposed to be a new concept or something from the Tales series.
なあ、それなら
Hey,
一緒に
then
行動
why
し
don't
ない
we
か？
work together as a team?
魔獣もいるし、
There's
一
magical
人だと危
beasts
険だ
around,
からな。
so it would be safer that way.
魔獣？
Magical beast?
あの
Oh,
ズーグルみた
the
いなや
ones
つ
that
ね。
look like Ziggles.
あの程度なら私だ
I
けで
can
も問
totally
題ない
handle
けど。
them on my own, but... How does she say that? Zoojles?
魔獣？ああ、あのズーグルみたいなやつね。あの程度なら私だけでも問題ないけど。
I think she says Zoogles.
魔獣？ああ、あのズーグルみたいなやつね。あの程度なら私だけでも問題ないけど。
She says Zoogles or Zeagles, but I'm guessing it's Zeagles? Zeagles? That's the best thing I can think of from hearing her how she says it.
戻るためには協力
It
した
would
方が
probably
都
be
合
better
良
if
さそ
we
うね。
worked together to find
あ
a
な
way
たが
home.
事情を知っているという
After
こと
all,
だし。
you sound like you know what's going on.
決まりだな。
It's
しば
decided
らくよ
then.
ろしくな。
Let's
シオン。
find a way out, Shion.
ええ、
Yes,
よろしく。
likewise.
お互い。
Let's hope we won't have to team up for too long. Haha, you can say that again.
早速だけど
Alright.
気になる場所があるんだ。
So there's this place that I'm
まず
curious
そこに
about.
行ってもいいかな。
So we should head there first.
いいけれど、
Sure,
どこに向か
no
うつもり？
problem. Just where are we going?
さっきから俺のマスを
Ever since I landed here,
力みたい
I
なの
felt
が
my
どんどん
magicules,
吸い取られてるんだ。
or should I say my powers, being sucked out of me.
吸い取られたマソが向かってる場所
I
を調
want
べ
to
たい。
find out where my
手が
magicules
かり
are
らしい
going.
手がかりはそこしかない。
That's the closest thing to a clue that I've got at the moment. I wonder, is this event gonna have an original enemy, or is it going to be something from the Tales series that makes an appearance? Like maybe the main villain of Arise, like this is supposed to be one of his schemes, or a monster from that game that's gotten a power-up. Or, who knows, maybe an older villain from one of the older games.
なるほどね。
I see.
構わないわ。
In that case,
ただし、
sure.
不用意
But
に
just
私
don't
に近づ
needlessly
かない
get
で。
close to me.
痛い目
You
に
don't
遭い
want
た
to
くな
get
かったら
hurt,
ね。
right?
まだまだ警戒されてる
Does
の
she
か
still
な。
suspect me?
当然といえ
Well,
ば当然か。
I guess it's only natural.
わかった。
Gotcha.
早
Alright,
速出発しよう。
let's get going.
誰？
Who are you? Interesting character, this Shion. I'm sure she has a ton of development in her game that unfortunately we are probably not going to see. It does feel a little weird.
リムル様のために。
Like, usually in every collab, we see all the main characters all at once.
楽しくなって
And this time we only get to see one of the characters for right now. I'm sure the main character, this guy,
面白かっただろ
I can't remember his name, is gonna come in the next cutscene. But is each cutscene we're gonna find a new character? Or are we gonna find all three of them together? Or maybe just two of them together? Because I feel like we have to see the characters battle a little in like this Arise guy or whatever his name is fight Shion or Hinata, get into a misunderstanding.
戻るためには協力した方が都合良さそうね。あなたは事
Bracelet,
情を知っている
Part
ということだし。
I wonder, is this going to be some lore or is this something that has to do with the event? So is there going to be a bracelet that's really important for these characters? Or is this going to be the MacGuffin to this event? A few hours later,
なんか
aren't I
マサの
losing
吸収
magic
が
kills at
激
an
しくなって
alarming
ない
rate?
か。
I feel like my
ちょっと
movement's
体
slowing
の動き
down.
が鈍ってきたような。
カイ、マサの吸収源に近
I
づいている
assume
ため
that
と
is
推測
because
し
you
ま
are
す。
getting closer to the source that is absorbing your magicals.
となると
So that
近づ
means
け
the
ば近づ
closer
く
we
ほど
get,
やばいってこと
the
か。
worse it'll be.
いよいよと
I'm
なる
probably
と
gonna have to rely on
別の世界
Shion
の
from
シオン
another
に頼
world
るしか
soon.
なくなるが。
Ak!
どうした？
What is it?
どうやら私も
Seems like my
力を奪
powers
わ
are
れてる
being
みたい
absorbed
ね。
too.
今の
It's
ところ
not much,
多少
but I'm
疲れ
starting
が
to
出てる
feel
く
a
らいだ
little
けど。
fatigued.
シオンも
You too, Shion.
そうか。
I'm sure it's the same
おそら
cause
く
as
同じ
mine.
原因だな。
Alright, we need
さ
to
っ
get
さ
to the
と
bottom of
原
this
因を
and
突き止め
quick.
ないと。
ちょっと大丈夫？
Hey, are you
少し
alright?
きつそうに見えるけれど。
You look pretty tired.
まだまだ大丈夫だけど、
I still
こ
feel
のままだと
fine,
まずいな。
but I don't know how long
何か
for.
対策ができればい
I
いん
wish I
だけ
could
ど。
do something about it.
コク、原因がわかるまで
Notice,
擬態を解き、
I recommend
マ
that
サ
you
の消
stop
費を抑制
mimicking
する
in
ことを
order
推
to
奨し
save
ま
your
す。
magicals until we discover the cause.
なるほど。了
Good
解。
point. Alright then.
と
あなた、
You,
その姿。
your appearance.
あ、
Oh,
そういえば言って
did
な
I
かった
not
っけ？
tell you? I'm
実は
actually
俺
a
ス
slime.
ライムなんだ。
スライム？
A slime?
私が知ってる
You
ス
look
ライムと
quite
は
different
随分
compared to the
違う
ones
し、
I know.
まるでグミ
In
みたいだけど。
fact, you remind me of these gummies we have back at home called gels. So are gels little half spears? And I wonder if they have the eyes like Rimuru. But that would be cool if that is something that you find in Tales of Arise. Probably a medical item you can use to heal up your party, I would imagine.
グミ？
Gummies?
そんな美味しそうか、
Do
俺。
I look that tasty?
ええ、それなりに。
Yeah, kind
それ
of.
で、ス
So
ライム
if
だ
you're
と
a
して、
slime,
さっきまでの姿
what was with
は
that
どういう
look
ことかしら。
before?
擬態した姿だ。
I was using my mimic skill,
とりあえずスライム
but I
に戻っ
decided
て
to go back to
力が
slime
吸収
form
さ
to
れるのを
prevent
抑える
losing
こと
too
にし
much
ようと思っ
energy.
て。
Whoa!
遠
Gah!
距離から攻撃を
It's using ranged attacks! Watch out, Shion!
私
No!
に触れると
If you touch me,
なんだ、シオンから
wow!
出てるこの
You're
トゲ
emitting
トゲした
some kind of
光。
spiky light.
ま、それより
Anyway,
もまずは魔獣
let's
に
hit
お返
that
しを。
magical beast back!
そりゃ
Take this! Water Blade! You're
あな
okay!
た大丈夫？
I'm guessing she's supposed to be a queen or a princess. Because that thing on her head kind of looks like a tiara. So it's possible. And with her wearing a dress, she looks royalty. Unless people just wear armor over dresses in their world. So I'm pretty sure this is her main battle outfit, but I'm sure her wearing a dress has some significance to her being nobility. I also think she's probably cursed. That lightning wasn't her doing. Anybody that touches her, I guess, gets shocked.
何がだ？
What do you mean? You're not hurt,
平気なの？
but you touched my
私の
thorns.
茨に触れたのに。
茨？
Thorns?
個体名
Notice,
シオンから
I
発現した
detected
光か
severe
ら
pain from
強い
the
通
light
覚情報
emitted
を
by
検
the
出したため
individual Shion,
通覚無効により無効
so
化し
I
ました。
negated it with pain nullification.
ああ、この
Oh,
光って
is
触る
this
と
light
痛いん
supposed to
だ。
hurt when you touch it?
本当になんともなさそうね。
You're really not in any
本来
pain?
意識を失うほど
Normally,
の痛みのは
It
ずな
would
んだ
be
けど
so。painful that you'd pass out.
そんなにやば
It's
い
that
痛さなのか？
painful? Huh.
え
Yes,
え、でも
but I
どうして
wonder
あなた
why
は
you're
平気だ
okay.
ったのかしら。
俺はスライムだから
I'm
な。
a slime after all.
簡単に言うと痛み
Basically,
を感じないっ
I
てわ
don't
け。
feel any pain, you see.
痛みを
You
感
don't
じ
feel
ない。
any pain?
本当なら
If that's
まる
true,
で
then you're just like... I'm guessing she's alluding to the main character of Arise. The dude. He probably can't feel any pain either.
魔獣の攻撃か
I
ら
know
守
you
っても
just
らって
saved
お
me
いて
from
なんだ
that
けど、
magical beast.
最初に言
But
った
like
通
I
り
told you earlier,
私に不用意
don't
に近づ
approach
かな
me
いで。
so carelessly.
もし触れられると
If you touch me,
また
my thorns will
私の
lash
茨
out
があ
again.
なたを襲うことになるわ。
シオンに触れるとダメ
So
な
I
の
shouldn't
か？
touch you, Shion.
ええ、早い
No,
話が呪
it's a
いね。
curse, you see.
私
But
に
as
触
long
れな
as
け
you
れば
don't
問
touch
題
me,
ない。
it's fine.
だから
So
お
we
互い
just have
気を
to
つけれ
watch
ばいい
out.
だけよ。
That's all.
軽く言うけど、
You say that
その
so
茨って
casually.
普通に生活するの
But
も
wouldn't
困
those
難なレ
thorns
ベル
make
の
it
呪いじゃ。
difficult for you to lead a normal life? Oh.
吸い取られた魔素が向かって
I
いる
want
場
to
所を調べ
find
たい。
out where my magicals are
手
going.
がかりらしい手がかり
That's the
は
closest
そこ
thing
しか
to
な
a
い。
clue that I've got at the moment.
なるほどね。
I see.
構わないわ。
In that case,
ただし
sure.
不用意に
But
私に
just
近
don't
づか
get
ないで。
needlessly close to me.
痛い目に遭いたくなかった
You
ら
don't
ね。
want to get hurt, right?
あれは俺を
She
警戒し
wasn't
てたんじゃな
warning
く
me
て、
to stay alert,
茨ってやつから
but
守
rather,
るための
she
忠
was
告。
trying to protect me from her curse.
ちょっとツンツンした性格と思っ
I
た
get
け
the
ど、
impression that she's a
実
bit
はシオン
cold,
って。
but maybe Shion's actually...
何を黙り込んで。
What? Why are you being quiet?
いや、なんでもない。
Huh? Oh,
とりあえ
nothing.
ず先に
Let's
進も
just
う。
keep going.
その姿でまともに
Can
探
you
索で
really
きるの？
explore in that form?
大丈夫大丈夫。
Yeah,
スライ
no
ムの状
problem.
態であっちこっ
I'm
ち探
used to
索するのは慣
exploring
れて
all
るんだ。
around in this form.
なんとかマスを吸い
Well,
取
it
ってる
looks
場所
like
には
we'll
たど
make
り
it
着
to
けそう
where
だ
the
な。
magic kills are being.
と
Wait,
なんか落
what's
ちてるな。
this? A
こ
bracelet?
れは腕輪？それに剣とかコテ
There's
と
even
か
a sword,
上
a
着。
gauntlet,
こ
and a
んなところに
jacket?
どうして？
Why would they be here?
告ベルゼビュートでの捕
Notice,
食を推
I
奨します
recommend devouring them all with Beelzebub.
わざわざ？
Isn't that
ま
overdoing
あ
it?
ラファエル先生が言うな
Oh
ら
well,
間違いないか。
if you say so.
マスを吸われて
It
る
must
し、
be the right
サク
thing
ッと
to
済ま
do.
せよう。
I'm losing match kills as we speak, so I'd better eat quickly.
食らい尽くせ。ベルゼビュー
Swallow
ト。
it up! Beelzebub! Alright, let's get a good look at this picture. So, a bracelet, a sword, a jacket, and that looks like a gauntlet. Yeah, this is just alright art, because Rimuru doesn't look too badass in this. It's just kind of cool seeing Beelzebub and just the 4 relevant story objects. And then Shion in the back being like, what is this power?
告解析を開始します
Notice. Commencing analysis.
よろしくな。
Thanks.
よっと。
Here we go.
パッと見良さそうな装
At
備
a
品だった
glance,
な。
these pieces of
Unique.
equipment look pretty
下
good.
手するとレジェンドだったり
They
して。
could even be of ultra or legendary class.
今何をしたの？
What did you just
落ち
do?
てたものが
It
一
looked
瞬で
like
消
all
えたよ
those
うに
things on
見
the
えたんだ
ground
けど。
just disappeared in an instant.
消したっていうか捕食
I
した
didn't
んだよ
make。them disappear.
今は俺の胃
I
袋の
devoured
中だ。
them. So they're in my stomach now.
腕輪や剣を食べるなんて
Devouring bracelets and
あなた
swords?
本当にスライ
You
ムで
really are a slime and not a
人
human.
間じゃないのね。
まあな。
Yeah,
でも
but
悪い
I'm
スラ
not
イ
a
ムじゃない
bad
から安
slime,
心して。
so don't worry.
と
Oh,
また魔獣か。
here comes another magical beast.
まずいわね。
This is
大
bad.
型の魔獣がいる。
There are loads of magical
今より
beasts
数が
behind
桁
it.
違い。
You're assuming
あ
the
なたの
source
想定
that's
だと
sucking up all
こ
of
の
the
先に
power
力
is
を
up
吸ってい
ahead,
る源が
right?
あるのよね。
ああ。マス
Yeah,
の行方からすると
judging from where the
ちょう
match
ど
kills
魔
are
獣が邪
flowing
魔してる
to,
先だな。
it should be just ahead of where those magical beasts are.
強行突破してもいいけど、
We could try to
今は
bulldoze
力
our
を
way
温存してお
through,
きたいところだな。
but we ought to save our energy for now.
そうね。
You're right.
ここは迂回路を
Let's
探
try
し
to detour.
この距離で気づかれた。
They noticed us from this distance.
今までの魔獣より感知能
They've
力が
got
高
better
い。
sensing abilities
し
than
かも
earlier
内
ones.
包してるエネルギ
Not
ー量も
only
桁
that,
違いだ。
they've got way more match kills too.
後ろに下がってなさい。
Stay back.
応戦するつもりか？
You're going
さ
to
すがに
take
一人
them
でこ
all
の
on?
数は。
You're outnumbered like crazy.
逃げるにしても
Well,
数を減
if
ら
we're
さな
going
い
to
と
try
押し
and
潰
make
さ
an
れる。
escape, we'll need to take some down to make way.
来るわ。
Here they come. Ak!
させるか。
Not so
Machine Gun!
fast! Demon Fang!
とどめ。
And done!
ひなた、それにシオンを
Hinata! And Shion!
駆けつけるのが遅れて申し
I'm
訳ありま
terribly
せん。
sorry for taking so
何
long
やら
to get
体
here.
中から力が抜け
For
落ち
some
てしま
reason,
い
I've been
思うように
losing
動
so
けず
much strength from my body, and I just couldn't move freely.
気にするな。
Don't
で
apologize.
も、
But
ひなたは
Hinata,
だいぶ平気そうだな。
You look like you've got plenty of energy.
吸われているのが
It must be
主に
because
マスだから
they're
ですよ
mainly
ね。
absorbing match kills.
そういうことか。
That makes sense.
で、
Wait,
この人は？
who's he?
随分と来るのが遅かっ
Took
た
you
じゃな
long
い
enough,
ある
Alfin.
仕方ないだろ
Don't
う。
blame
いきなり
me.
変な場所に飛ば
We
され
were
たんだ。
suddenly transported to
こ
this
の人た
strange
ちがいなきゃ
place.
今頃。
If it weren't for these people, I might have.
積もる話はあるが、
Well,
今
we
は
can
魔
do
獣の
catching
相手
up
を優
later.
先した方が良さそ
Let's
うだ
just
な。
focus on the magical beast for now.
ええ援護
Sure.
は任せなさい
I'll cover you.
さっさと片付けましょう
Let's finish this quickly.
なんとかマスを吸い取ってる場所にはたどり着けそうだな。
Unexpected. Well, I guess not
Oh,
completely
no.
unexpected.
これは腕輪
I did kind of guess that they would all show up and assist Rimuru or just meet up with Rimuru and Shion. Although I really hope this event has an original villain. It would be cool to see a original villain or maybe a villain from Arise show up. Being like, I am the mastermind behind everything that's happened here.
面白かっただろう。
積もる話はあるが、今は魔獣の相手を優先した方が良さそうだな。
Yeah, I really do like him. Like, I wonder what's up with his eye. Did he lose it? Is he hiding his eye? Because if he reveals his eye, will he get a power-up? That's something that will probably happen in part 2. Or if we have to fight a big boss in part 1. Wear and Tear, part 1.
魔獣がひるんだわ
The magical beast flinched. Do it, Alphen.
総流連火山
Dragon Swarm! Wow!
別世界の
Otherworld Shion and this swordsman are so incredibly skilled, and their combined attacks are simply amazing. I'm guessing in their actual game that they probably have a lot of combination attacks, because they are the box art characters, so they are probably the main duo that you can switch between and use as fighters. Or at least the two main characters, where at least Alphen is the main character and the main partner is Shion.
随分とマスを吸われたみたいね
It seems like you've lost a lot of match kills, Rimuru.
ああ、
Yeah,
3人が来てくれて助か
I'm
ったよ
glad you three came.
状況は
The situation is so bad that I can barely keep up my
お
mimic.
かげでもう戦う
Thanks to
力
that,
もほとんど残って
I
ない
hardly
よ
have any strength left to fight.
悔しいですが
I hate to
私も
admit
で
it,
す
but me too.
シオンもか
You too, huh, Shion?
ってあれ
Wait a sec.
俺よりマス
You
が
think
少ない
that
シオ
Shion
ンな
would
ら
be even
もっ
more
と危ない
dangerous
状態に
state
なって
since
そう
she
だけど
has fewer magicals than me to begin with? Okay, so I was a little confused at what he meant by even more dangerous state. Like, would she be even crazier slash more dangerous with lower magicals than Rimuru? Or if he meant that she would be closer to death's door since she has less magicals than Rimuru. But I'm guessing it's the second one. That why is she not like critically on the floor, dying, or close to death?
カイマス
Answer.
ターは個体名
Master,
シオンより多く
you
のマ
have
スを
lost
吸収
more
されているよう
magicals
です
than the individual Shion.
状況から
Given
マ
the
素量の多い
situation,
マスターから
I
優
assume
先
the
的に
source
吸収
chooses
してい
to
ると推
absorb
察します
magicals from those with a higher volume, which is why it targeted you first, Master.
俺から優先
It
的に
targeted
っ
me.
て
That almost sounds like it has a will. Wait, if everyone's level of exhaustion is different,
剣士のお兄さんは大丈夫
are you
か
alright there? Swordsman,
立ち回ってくれてたし、
you must
かな
be
り
pretty
消耗したんじゃない
exhausted
か？
since you're fighting up front.
確かにだいぶ力を失ってはいる
It's
が
true that I've lost a
ま
lot
だ
of
ま
strength,
だこ
but
の
I'm
程
not
度で
going to
値を上
start
げるつもりは
complaining
ないさ。
just yet.
見栄を張りすぎないで。
Stop trying to be a
あ
show
なただ
off.
って力を吸われているはずよ。
いや見栄
I
を張っ
wasn't
たわ
being
け
a
じゃ
show off,
でも、お礼は言ってお
but
く
I
わ。
owe you big time.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
助か
You
ったわ。
saved me.
いいさ。当たり
Don't
前のこ
worry.
とをしただけだ。
You would have done the same.
二人は知り合いなん
So
だよ
you
な。
two know each other, right?
ね
Yeah.
紹介が遅れたわね。
Sorry. I haven't introduced you to him yet.
私と旅をしてい
He's
たの。
Alfin. We've been traveling together.
ひなたたちから大体の
I've
話は
heard
聞
a
い
lot
ている。
about you from
よ
Hinata.
ろしくな。
Nice to meet you. Wow, only from Hinata? I would have thought Shion would have been glazing Rimuru, telling about everything and how great he is, how amazing, and all of that.
しかし
But man,
本当にス
you
ライム
really
な
are
の
a
か
slime, huh?
正直
Honestly,
スライムよりグル
you
み
look
たいに
more
見
like
え
a
るが
gel.
や
Haha,
っぱりそう見える
I
んだ。
must really look like one then.
少し俺の
It's
仲
such
間
a
と一緒だった
surprise
と
that you were
思う
with
だ
my
な。
friends.
偶然出会ったんだ。
Yeah,
そっ
what a
ちのシオンの後ろ
coincidence.
姿を見
I
た
saw
時
your Shion
こ
from
っちのシオン
behind
と間違ってな。
and mistook her for our Shion.
慌てて名前を呼ん
When
だ
I
ら
called out her name in a
人違い
hurry,
で
she ended up being
しかも同じ
someone
名前ときた。
completely different but with the
なん
same
で名前
name.
を知っているのかって
She was
相当
really
怪しまれた
suspicious
よ。
about how I knew her name.
あまりに慣れ慣れしく
He
声を
spoke
か
to
け
me
てくる
so
ので、思わず
familiarity
切ってしまいそうでした。
that I was about to strike him on impulse.
そっちも俺と同じような出会い
Seems
方
like we
してたん
had
だ
a
よな。
similar kind of encounter.
リムル、誤解
You're
を招く言
misleading
い
them,
方をしないで。
I
私
didn't
は
try
撃と
to
うとし
strike
てい
you.
ないわ。
Did I?
いざという時は撃つつもり
But
だ
I
ったけ
guess
ど。
if it came to it, I would have struck you down.
さらっと物騒な発
You
言は
say
やめ
that
て
so
くれ。
casually. I'm surprised Shion wasn't insulted and wanted to go at the other Shion. Because usually, any threat or even mention of harm coming to Rimuru, Shion, Diablo, and some of the other executives will be at Rimuru's side right away, threatening whoever threatened Rimuru.
さてと、
Guys,
あまり話を
maybe
している場合
now's
では
not
な
the
いんじゃない
best
か
time
し
to
ら。
be chatting.
ああ、そうだな。
Oh, you're
先
right.
を急ごう。
Let's get going.
魔素数元鏡は
The source
この
that's
先にある
sucking
は
up
ずだ。
all the magicules should be up ahead.
何ですかこれは。
What's that?
超巨
A
大な魔
ginormous
力だ。
magic bullet?
しかも俺たちの魔素
And
を
it's
吸って
still
今も
absorbing
で
our
かくなってる。
magicules. Getting bigger as we speak.
シオンま
Shion,
るであれみたいじゃないか。
doesn't it remind you of something?
修霊機ね。
Yeah,
ええ。
it's just like a spirit
よく似
vessel.
てるわ。修霊機
A spirit vessel?
精霊力。
It's a device that collects
私た
astral
ちの世界
energy,
で
the
あらゆる
fundamental
生命や
energy
物
that
質に
resides
宿
in
る
all
万
life
物
and
を
matter
構成
in
す
our
るエネ
world.
ルギー。それを集める装置のことよ。微弱とはいえ、
Although we're
コ
not
アを
losing
介さ
much,
ず、
I don't
私はアルフェ
understand
の
how
精
it's
霊
able
力を
to
吸収
absorb
してい
our
る理
astral
屈がわからない
energy
け
without
ど。
even possessing a core.
なるほどね。
Interesting.
でも、
So how
ど
do
う
we
対
deal
処す
with
ればい
it?
いかしら。
Assuming that it's some kind
魔
of
力弾
magic
のような
bullet,
ものだと仮定して、
it could
爆発
cause
さ
an
れたら
explosion
厄介では
of a
済まない規模よ。
disastrous scale.
ああ、もし
Yeah,
下手に刺激
if
して
we
爆発
accidentally
した
set it
ら、
off,
街
it
の
would
一つ
probably
くらい
wipe
簡
out
単
an
に吹き飛
entire
びそうだ
town
な。
just like that. I don't know why he's worried about a town or anything for that matter when they're in a different dimension that really doesn't seem like it has any life that's important. And it doesn't look like there's really anything around them. Like maybe a cave system of however this space-time rift created it.
よし。だ
Alright,
ったら
I'll
俺が捕
devour
食
it
するよ。
then.
危険ではないですか？
But isn't that
リムル様を
dangerous?
疑うわけで
I
はあ
don't
り
mean
ませ
to
んが、
doubt you, Great
今もな
Rimuru,
おマスを吸われ
but
てい
you're
る
still
のに。
losing Magicals as we speak.
近づけば近づくほど
The closer you
吸
get,
収される勢
the
いも
more
増すので
Magicals
しょう。
you'll lose, right?
一歩間違えれば
One wrong
あな
move,
たが消滅す
and
るわ
you
よ。
could perish. What?
でもそれが一番安全
But
だ
it's
わ。
the safest way, no?
あれに吸い取られるのが先
Either
か。
that thing
俺が
absorbs
食らい
all
尽
my
くすのが先
Magicals,
か。
or I
勝負だ。
devour it before it gets a chance. It's a duel.
ベルゼビュート。
Beelzebub!
国エネルギーの集合
Notice,
体に異
an
変が発生
anomaly
しま
has
した
occurred within the
暴走
energy
していたエネ
cluster.
ルギーが収束
The
し
chaotic
特定
energy
の
has
形へ
started to
変形するようで
stabilize
す
and appears to be transforming into a specific form. It's turning into a big monster. What?
捕食しようとしたら
I tried
エネルギーが魔獣
devouring
み
it,
たいに。
but the energy shifted into the shape of a magical beast.
まるで修霊機の
It's
怪
like
物
if
だ
a spirit vessel turned into a beast.
正体が怪物だって言うなら、
So if this
俺の
thing's a
マスを優
beast,
先的に吸収し
then
て
it
た
would
のも
make
理解
sense that
で
it
きる。
targeted my Magicals first.
だが怪物だろうと
Whether
やる
it's
こ
a
とは
beast
変
or
わらない。
not,
俺が
there's
食らい
only
尽く
one
して
thing to do. I'll devour it.
下がりなさい、リムル。
Stay back,
私
Rimuru.
が相手をするわ。
I'll handle it.
あなたが
Like
言
you
ったのよ
said, you're in
戦
no
える状
condition
態じゃ
to
ないっ
fight.
て。シオン、リム
Shion,
ルのことは頼むわ。
take care of Rimuru.
私が
It
持って
wouldn't
きた
sit
召
well
喚の
with
儀
me
式
if
で
you
死な
ended
け
up
ば
dying because of the
目覚めが悪い
summoning
の。
ritual I told you about.
了解しまし
Understood.
た。悔しいで
I
すが
hate to not be
あ
the
いつの
one,
相手は頼みま
but
す。
please handle that beast for us.
待て。い
Wait,
くらひなたでも
you
一人
can't
じゃ
fight on your own, Hinata.
一人じゃない。
She's not on her own. I'm here,
ある
and
程
so
度
is Alphen.
リムルは危険を承知で俺たちの前に立ってく
Rimuru
れたん
stood
だ
in front of us,
だった
knowing how dangerous it
俺は
was.
それに応えてみせるさ
It's only right that we do the same for him. This team is pretty strong, but that dragon has the power of, let's just say 80% Shion, 90% Rimuru. So they're basically fighting Rimuru, Shion, and however much power it had on its own. And then it has stolen some energy from them, but obviously not as much as from Shion and Rimuru. I would say that most of them are probably at 50 or 60%. But it is a little weird that Shion is stronger than Hinata apparently, even though Hinata was fighting pretty closely with Rimuru. We better take a step back, Great Rimuru.
これほどの
This
激
is
戦
such a fierce
今の
battle.
我々では余波を
In
食ら
our
うだけで
current
無事
state,
では
the shockwaves alone would be enough to wipe us out. Ugh.
何か
Isn't there anything I can do?
今の俺にできるこ
There's
とは
gotta be something I can do. Even from here.
国先ほど時
Notice,
空の狭間で
I
捕
have
食した装
completed
備
the
品の解析
analysis
が
of
完
the
了しまし
equipment you devoured earlier in the rift in space-time.
装備品の
The equipment?
装備品から
I have
未知のエネルギーを
identified an
確認
unknown energy
解
within the
放すること
equipment.
で 一時的に
Releasing
力
it
を
may
回復する可
temporarily
能性があ
restore
り
your
ます
strength.
使用しますか？
Would you like to use it?
イエスだ。
Yes, of course.
両腕輪の
Understood.
力を解放します。
Releasing the power of the bracelet.
なんだ？
Wow. What the?
力が流れ込んでくるのと
I
一
can
緒
feel
に
a power
大
flowing
人の
within
中
me
にビジョンが。
and visions appearing in my mind. Alright, this is kind of interesting. So, is this from Tales of Arise? Or is this from a different Tales game? I have seen some gameplay trailers / screenshots of Tales of Arise, and this does not look like that art style. So, does that mean that this crossover isn't just Tales of Arise? This is the entirety of the Tales series? These flashbacks or visions that are appearing in Rimuru mind from others' Tales games?
ユーリ、ちょっといい
Yuri,
かい？
do you have a minute?
もう有利意地
You're
悪です。
mean.
これは
Is this a memory that lives within the bracelet?
だとすると
In that case,
有利って呼ばれてるの
this
が
Yuri
持
guy
ち
must
主
be
で
the owner.
じいさん、
Hanks,
コア見なかったか？
did you see the Blastia core anywhere? You know, that shiny piece in the center. The only other Tales game that I know of is Tales of Bisperia? Bisteria? Something like that. I just remember it getting a remastered trailer at one of the game shows or at E3 before that went away. Like it was at one of those big expos.
ん？
Huh?
あの
Is it
な
gone?
いのか。
まあ、コアがなければ
Yeah.
ブラスティアは動
The
かないって
Blastia
のに
won't
な。
work with the core missing.
最後にブラスティア触ったの、修理に
That
来た貴族
aristocrat
様だ
who
よ
came
な。
to do the repairs was the last person to touch the Blastia, right?
ああ、モルディオさん
That's
じゃ
right.
よ。
A Mr. Mordio.
貴族街に住んでんのか？
And he lives in the royal quarter.
そうじゃよ。
Yeah? So?
俺もういいから。ユリも
Forget
みんなを
about
手
that,
伝うん
Yuri.
か。
Give us a hand here.
今度はかなり鮮明に流れるね。
This vision's clearer than
わ
before.
からないことだらけだけ
I
ど
can hardly
貴
understand
族
what's
に
going
コアって
on,
やつを奪われたって
but I
こと
guess
か。
some aristocrats stole this Blastia thing from them.
貴族が平民を虐げる。
Aristocrats oppressing
ど
commoners.
この世界も似た
I
よう
guess
な
this
もの
sort
な
of
のか
thing
な。
happens in most worlds.
仕方ないなんて
I
思
don't
いた
want
く
to
もない
believe
が
that it's just the way
仕方がない。
things are, but maybe it can't be helped.
悪いじいさん、用事を思い
Sorry,
出したんで
Hanks.
行くわ。
I just remembered an errand I've gotta run.
待て、またんだ。
Hey! Wait just a minute!
まさかモルディオさんのところへ
You're
行く
not
のではある
seriously
まいな。
thinking of going to Mr. Mordio's place, are ya?
貴族様の町に
The
これ
royal
が
quarter?
あん
Me?
な息詰まって気
I
分
wouldn't be
悪くなると
caught
こ
dead going
用
to a
事があっ
place
て
like
も行か
that.
ねえって。
It gives me the creeps.
まったく。
Damn
ボ
it,
ーディ
Yuri!
ブラスティアで技を使えるからっ
Just
て
because
無
you
茶
can
だけ
do
は
a
するん
few
じゃないぞ。
tricks with the Badia Blastia, you think you're invincible.
また無茶せんといいな。
Here's hoping he doesn't do anything crazy.
またか。
This again, huh?
いつもこんな風に身内の
Maybe
ために
he's always
力を
lending
貸して
his
るのかも
powers to
な。
those close to him like
しかも
this.
貴族のとこ
He
には行か
even
ない
lied
なんて
about
嘘ま
not
でつい
wanting
て。
to go to the royal quarter.
素直
Haha,
じゃないな。
you really don't like
でも
opening up, do
わ
you?
かる気がするよ。
But I kinda
本
get
心
that.
を隠したくなる気
I
持
know
ち。
what it feels like to hide your true feelings.
なあ、
Hey,
勝手すぎるお願いだ
I
けど、
know I'm being a bit
今は俺に
demanding,
も力を貸してくれな
but
いか。
could you lend me a hand?
俺にも無茶をしてでも助けた
I
い
have
身内が、
people, or
仲間がいるん
should
だ。
I say, my
頼む。
friends,
ユーリ、
that I'll do anything to save. So please, Yuri. So, do these gloves serve Yuri? Or are these gloves now Yuri? So, in whatever Tails game Yuri is from, did he die and become these gloves? Great Rimuru, your appearance.
俺にもよくはわからない
I don't really know what's going
け
on,
どこれ
but
なら
I
い
should
ける
be able to fight now.
総流連火山
Dragon Swarm! Let's just get a good look at this fit from Rimuru. I'm guessing this is Yuri's outfit, since I didn't get a good look at his. But he has the bracelet. That doesn't look like the same jacket from the picture we saw earlier. But that does kind of look like Yuri's outfit, because it's black just like his. I don't know if he had that purple and if this is how it exactly looked. Usually in collabs, they dress up Rimuru in the exact same outfits as the collab characters. So whatever they wear, he usually wears, since he's a unisex character that can wear boy clothes or girl clothes. Rimuru,
あなた平
are
気な
you
の
okay?
しかもリムル
And
が
that
放った
art
技
he
は
just used.
なんだか知らないけど
I don't know why,
この腕輪が
but this
衣
bracelet,
装が教えてくれ
this
るんだ
outfit tells me how to use these
力の使い
powers.
方を技の
These
使い
arts.
方をみんな待たせた
Kept
な
you waiting, guys.
一気に蹴り
Let's
をつけ
finish
ようぜ
this in one go.
しかし本当にスライムなんだな。正直スライムよりグミみたいに見えるな。
Interesting. So, yeah, he has become Yuri, which I'm guessing is he has the power of one of the Tails characters, which I don't know if Yuri is the strongest Tails character ever, or if he's just like middle of the road in the Tails power system.
強大な魔力の接近を
Also,
感知
I'm
しま
not
した
sure how the Tails series even is. Like, I'm pretty sure Tails is a JRPG,
良い選択だ。
but are all the games like a sequels to each other? Okay, and we already killed it. I thought it would have taken a few more hits, and at least by the guy who has the weakness.
面白かっただろう
I'm pretty sure Tails games aren't sequels to each other or even happen in the same world. I think all the Tails series happen in like different worlds. So it's more like an anthology in different worlds of Tails, like the Tails multiverse.
一人じゃない私もいるわそして
Return!
アルフェも
Yeah, this will be the end of part 1, and then we'll see what happens next.
しぶとい
It won't go
時
down!
間をかけるほど
The
こ
longer
っち
the
は
battle
自力に
drags
なる
on,
っていうのに
the weaker we're gonna get.
Oh.
And yet, huh?
サクッと蹴りつけて
Let's get
自
it
分
over
たち
with
で選んだ未来を生きてい
and
こうぜ
live on in a future we choose.
今のビジョンを
That vision just now.
ああそうだ
Yeah,
な
you're right.
俺は元の世界
We're
に
gonna
戻
get
る
back to our own worlds.
俺たちが選んだ未来を生きて
We're
いく
going
んだ
to live in a future we choose.
残光の
Savage Wolf Fury!
出し惜しみはしない。
I won't hold
こ
back.
こで余力は
I'm
残さない。
using all my power.
シオン、
Shion,
炎の剣を使
I'm
う。
going to use Blazing Sword.
ええ、
Sure,
これで
this ends now.
終わりだ。
Consider yourself finished. Oh, okay. So I thought this guy dual wielded his swords, but I'm guessing he doesn't really use the fire / magma sword unless it's a finishing move or he really needs to. Because I thought it was gonna be badass if he used both swords, but I guess the other one damages him or does something, is why he doesn't use the magma sword.
リムルの放った技も
The
すごかった
skill
けど、
Rimuru used was
アルフェ
amazing,
ンたちが放った一
but
撃
that thing that Alphen and Shion just
なんて
unleashed,
威力なの。
it was ridiculous.
膨れ上がった炎が魔獣どこ
The
ろか
expanding flames reached not only the magical beast, but they went beyond them and... Crack, crack, crack.
何の音だ？
What's that sound?
コ答え名
Notice,
アルフェン
it
シオン
seems
の
that
一
the
撃によ
attack
り
by the
時空
individuals
の狭間に亀
Alphen
裂が発
and
生している
Shion
模様です
caused a crack in the rift in space-time.
亀裂って
A crack,
も
huh?
しかして時空の
Wait.
裂け目ができるのか？
Could that create a
だっ
rift?
たら探す手間が省けるな。
That would save us the trouble of looking for one. Cracks.
いい感じに裂け
Great!
た。
It's opening up nicely. Wait! Whoa!
ここに来た時と同じです。
It's just like when we ended up here.
すごい勢いで吸
Such
い
an
込まれる。
incredible force is sucking us in.
Oof. かなり乱暴に吸い込まれたな。
We got pulled in pretty hard.
みんな無事か？
Is everyone okay? I wonder why he's back to his normal outfit. Did the clothes disintegrate after he used up all the power, and they just so happened to disintegrate as they go through the portal?
ねえ、私は問題ありません。
I'm totally fine.
私もよ。
Me too. I can tell from the air that we're back.
どうやら戻れたみたいね。ああ。
Yeah, it seems like we're somewhere in the forest of Gerard.
間違いなく俺たちの世界だ。
This is definitely our world.
やり
Hehe,
ましたね。
we did
戻れ
it.
たんです。私
We
たち。
really made it back. I was really hoping for them to go to the Tales of Arise world and see that world.
召喚の儀式を止め
We
る
were
だけのは
only
ずだっ
trying
た
to
の
stop a summoning
に。こんな
ritual.
危険な目にあった
And
わ
look
ね。
where that got us.
二度とご
I
めんだ
never
わ。
want to be put into that sort of danger again. She's a crusader. Like, that couldn't have been worse than any of her other missions that were at the very top of danger.
確か
Haha,
に。
true.
あ、そういえば
Oh yeah,
捕食した
I
装備
accidentally
品
brought back the
持ってきちゃった
equipment
な
I devoured.
ユーリとかいう
Not
や
just
つの
that
腕輪
Yuri
だけじゃな
guy's
くて
bracelet,
まだ使って
but
ない
even the
他
ones
の
I
も
never got to use. Alright, so does that mean that Rimaru's gonna transform into the other 3 outfits? So potentially there's 2 other mystery outfits. We also saw that he had one of Alphen's arm guards. So are we gonna see a Rimaru and Alphen's outfit?
まあ
Well, I'm sure they'll forgive me. If there ever comes a time when I can return
そ
them
の
to
時は
whoever
とびっきり
you
の
are,
お礼と一緒に返そ
I'll
う
make sure to thank you all tenfold.
確認する限り
As far as I'm
戻る時の
aware,
時空の
the
先に
rift
は
in
閉じたようだ
space-time
し
to return
二次
seems
被
to
害
have
が出ること
closed,
もなし
and we've suffered no secondary damage. So,
一件落着だなしよ
I guess it's case closed, Shion.
どこがかしら。
I'm not so sure about that. And now they are in the slime world, of course, because this is a two-part event. So obviously they weren't going to go home in the first part. But I was really hoping the slime crew would go to their world and not once again the collab characters come to the slime world. What?
今の話を聞く限り
Judging from what you were
こ
just
こはリ
saying,
ムルたちの世界ってこ
this
と
must
か
be your world. Huh, Rimuru? What?
アルフェン、シオン、
Alphin?
なんでこ
Shion?
こに
Why are you two here? Oh, so we get to see more characters interact with these guys. Because there are a lot of loading screen things that show interactions between Alphin and Shion with other slime characters. So that'll be cool to see later on.
最初に会った時
To
と
that,
答えは
I'll
同じ
say
よ
the exact same words I said before.
こっちが聞きたいわ
That's what I
急に
want to
空間
know.
に穴が開い
A
たと思
hole
ったら
suddenly appeared out of
そこに
thin
吸い
air,
込まれたんだ
and
も
I
の
got sucked right in.
離れ離れにならなかっただけ
I guess it's better than
前よりは
last time
マシだな
since we didn't get separated.
二人もこっちの世界に来ちゃった
So
の
you
か
both ended up in our
時
world?
空の先に
Huh.
閉じちゃってるし
And on top of that, the rift in space-time's closed.
どうすんだよこれ
What the hell are we going to do? Alright, so this is what it looks like. It's kind of weird because instead of doing the normal format of where you just go into the storyline and then you'd be able to see all the missions slash cutscenes, instead you can see it like this, where it's kind of like the map from some of the other story quest events. But instead of locations, it just tells you the parts. But yeah, for all intensive purposes, this is just the map, just renamed to parts, I guess. But overall, part 1 was alright. Not too many funny things in there. It was cool to see the Arise characters show off their skills and kind of tell a little bit about themselves. All we really know about Alphin is that he's a warrior, he knows arts. We know Shion from Tales has a curse on her and that she's pretty strong, but aside from that, we don't really know much about her. And then we got to see visions of one of the game characters. I'm pretty sure Rimuru would have mentioned Yuri's name if he thought that these guys would have knew Yuri. So I'm just guessing Yuri is from a different game that they're not a part of. And that we have 3 other potential outfits that he could wear for part 2 or the Predator battle, or possibly the side story. But overall, yeah, this was a good first part, and we will have to see what part 2 and Predator battle have for us next time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Slime Isekai Memories, Tales of Slime, Part 1. And if you guys did, please make sure to follow me on all my social medias like my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, my DLive, my TikTok, my Kick, Rumble, Odyssey, and Patreon. And check out my second YouTube channel. And like and comment on all my videos. And even join my Discord. There you can stay up to date with everything I choose to do, where my streams, videos, or anything else. But yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Bye.